Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And much peace and blessings and salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, that are awaiting Yahweh Shai's return. And this is the Tennessean .com, and it says people of color are more likely to undergo amputation, and many times it is unnecessary. All right, now I'm gonna read this, continuing going down. It says, you probably know that being black or brown in America comes with additional health risks. Now, the first thing that pops out to me is the curses. All right. And this is another article, just more proof in which we can use, different sources to prove that we are Israelites, because the Bible said that this would be a sign and a wonder that we are the children of Israel. All right. It says, the enduring harms of racial inequality means that people of color have higher rates of heart disease, diabetes, and premature death than their white counterparts. But you may not know that people of color are also more likely to have a foot or leg amputated. All right. Now, I saw something down here that made me go, woo. Let me try to find it real quick. All right. Where is it? Hold up. I saw it somewhere. Now, you may ask yourself, well, why is this group of people, why is this demographic of people, why? What's going on with these people? Why are these people more prone to certain things more than other people? It's the curses. What the Bible explains to you, everything. It says, today, too many people are forced to undergo amputation because it's the only life-saving option available to them. All right. And a lot of our people, we suffer from what? Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, hypertension. And where is that? Hold up, man. I know I ain't tripping. I'm going to get the scriptures in a minute. Here we go right here. It was right in my face. It says, additionally, people of color and those living in medically underserved communities are less likely to receive the care they need to prevent those amputations. Right? The Lord said what? He would put curses on us if we didn't do what he told us to do. So with that saying, what? The Lord banished us to what? The ghettos, the barrios, everywhere you go on the planet Earth, the worst places the Israelites live in. Majority of them, if you go to the worst places in the world, all right, because we are scattered, that's where we live, because we cursed. And it says, according to the Mayo Clinic, which is a reputable source, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans often have PAD diagnosed later when the disease becomes more severe. These groups are also less likely to be offered procedures that can save a limb damaged by PAD. So we're being, we don't have access to certain things to heal, and we're not actually being told, we actually have certain diseases and whatnot. Is let's get to the scriptures. Why? Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I have commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right, jumping down to 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. So what? We're afflicted with diseases. Why? Because we're under curses. Also, we eat things. Our people eat things that they're not supposed to eat. They eat outside of the law. Right? A lot of our people are Christians, and they don't want to keep the law. They want to eat what they want to eat. So with that being said, well, curses. Right? When you go outside of what the Lord tell you to do, he said that he's going to curse you. And here's one of them, right? Pestilence. NLT, the Lord will afflict you with diseases until none of you are left in the land. You are about to enter and occupy. Verse 22, the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with an inflammation and with an extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish. NLT, the Lord shall strike you with wasting diseases, fever, and inflammation. So the Lord promised us that he would get us, man. And a lot of people, we bring out these articles because a lot of our people, they can't explain these things. All right. These so-called black people, Latino people, and Native American people, a lot of them have the same diseases. And, we're genetically different from other nations. So when you read Amos 3:1 on down 3:1 and 2, it goes into how the Lord said, you out of all the families of the earth, I know, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So the Lord said he will punish us for our iniquities, for what we've done wrong. So our bodies are programmed a certain way. See, these other nations, they can eat what they want, and they'll live to old age. Moabites, they'll eat octopus and fucking eels and all type of crazy stuff, man. Dogs and rats. And they'll live to their 80s and 90s. We can't do that because we're Israelites. The Lord is going to, from the blast of a nostril of his nose, we are consumed. Okay, the Lord, he'll just poof. We can't do the things that other people can do. All right, and this is a sign, Deuteronomy 28:46. NLT, these horrors will serve as a sign and warning among you and your descendants forever. So this is a sign and a warning. So when we see these things, warning, 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 when you see Big Mama got all that gout, hypertension, heart disease, and she hooked up to all these respirators, she'll, we got to take the insulin, and, we need deliverance, man. We need the Lord to blot out our iniquities. We need to be covered under the blood of the Lamb. Grace, because we don't stand a chance, man. All right. So these things will be a sign and a wonder. And Jake, we don't have, when I say Jake, I mean the Israelites, we don't have, we don't live in the best neighborhoods. We don't have access to all the how would I say, all the services that the different nations have. All right. We live in the worst neighborhoods, meaning we get access to the worst foods. We get fast food in our areas. We get fast food. We get the worst schools, because we're the poorest too. So we're an afflicted and a poor people, man. The Lord said in Zephaniah that he will leave in the midst of thee a poor and afflicted people. We're poor and afflicted, man. Right. So when you think about, those Jews that are calling themselves, they call themselves Jews. When you look at it, they're some of the richest. They're some of the richest people on the planet, and they have power and control. That doesn't sound like poor and afflicted to me. All right, the scriptures say what? When the Messiah comes back, that we would be poor and afflicted. We wouldn't have anything. The Lord will have to save us. In order for you to be saved, you need to be saved out of something. You can't say you being saved. What are you being saved from? In order for you to be saved, something got to be going on. You have to be in a state of distress. You know, when you look at movies and comics and stuff like that, and oh, thank you, you saved me. Well, what did you get saved from? Tribulation. Here it is. You let's say you in a mansion and you worth millions of dollars, and you know you got everything that you want in life. You don't need to be saved from anything. What the hell are you being saved from? A good time? Okay, what are you being saved from? There's a group of people on the planet Earth that when you look at them, when you look at all the check marks, the financials, and you know, you look at health, look at nutrition, and everything. Just think of all the things that you know that we need. There's one group of people that check that box, man, all of it. And you see these people, these are Christians. You know, some of them might be blind. Some of these people, they know the truth. They know the truth, but they're on agendas, like Vocab Malone. The white people aren't as poor as black people, Hispanics and Native Americans. You know, these are, and not just economics. We can go to health. Now, the Lord is starting to jack those people up. You know, their birth rates are failing. Right before a long period of time, man. You know, Esau was living good, man. You know, Esau would have, you see a Edomite family, 4 and 5 children. That shit out the window to look, because the Lord is cursing our enemies. All right, let me get back to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 59. Deuteronomy 28, verse 59. It says, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues of long continuous and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. And this is why we don't live long while we're here on earth, because we are a disobedient people. Our people, they just don't like to listen. So, you know the saying, a hard head make a soft ass. Excuse me, you know, excuse my language, but that's the saying growing up. When you don't listen, you get your ass beat. And that's what we've been going through generation after generation. See, but the Lord has brung the prophets on the scene to show us, hey, this is what you guys are doing wrong. And the prophets are a sign of mercy. So when you see the prophets this is a big deal, man. This is a huge deal when you see the men of the Lord telling you, hey, it's time to go home. That means your punishment almost up. The Lord sent the prophets on the scene, man. That's good news. Okay? The prophet's message is get your ish together, repent before the Lord come back and consume you. You know, at least you be consumed. So the prophets people hate the prophets, but it's a dirty job. I get it. But when you see man, you're supposed to be like, oh man, the Lord is having mercy on his people. Because for so long, we was just in hell. Think it back to 1619, all the way up to Elder Abba Bivens, man. Late 1960s, early 70s. The Lord is, come on, man. Come on. We here, man. We almost at the end of this thing. The Lord has sent the prophets out. And what's the message? Repent. Okay? And Lord willing, we're part of the elect, man. So we got a lot of good stuff coming for us, man, because we served our captivity. We served these devils. We got beaten. We got hung. We had to pay for what we did. We did, but we paid it. You know? So now the Lord is coming back to destroy, okay, our enemies and save the elect. So this is good news, man. This is good news that the Lord has looked down on our people and said, I'm a, because the Lord, he didn't have to send the prophets. He have, he ain't put no timetable on our captivity. Lord could have said, you know what, man, I'll send him in 2030 or 2045, you know? No. The Lord sent them. He sent us out. So that's good news. That means the Lord is working. That means the Lord is about to do what he put the Spirit on us to say and do. It's almost time. So with that, Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom.